telephone rang. It was my aunt on the line to say your uncle is dead from complications I did not understand. It happened at 6, when pain contorted into infections, hindering forward moving progression to save my uncle. Felt cut off at shaky knees when death crawled on its stumps. While the floor felt like it was about to drop with moot sympathy. I felt backwards like a coward with tears ravaging my soul, making my body shake and then quiver within cold, dark stares. I think back when I was a monster that made fun of cousins while destroying a closet looking for some entertainment. I held my eyelids above the weight of my burden, enough to echo the tears swallowed by the lips in the mouth of void. The death was like the after effects of an earthquake, where I was still trembling at the skin of spirit, passing down the shakes. His death was a time step in shocking quakes, illuminating acknowledgement for life left there to bleed, sending foiled blood. His suffocation like a hurricane sent my mind perturbed. Pieces of debris after an earthquake screeched my burning lungs. I felt stuck between an invisible pillow that bounces back to hit straight in the middle where death said something about riding in big balloons instead. I remember when he spoke of ballroom halls to dine and dance with colored lights and a band fleeting in songs of World War II. I remember the child wonderment of innocence and play, watching others soak up my uncle in conversations. I knew opinions running inside the house from radio broadcast to my great uncle bursting his into burning flames. I knew dark, shallow consequences of acting childish as my uncle shook his head when the floor kicked in my young chest. I knew his speeches whispered behind my ears as his nature spoke what I could not understand then through basic assumption. I am certain that the last few seconds before death involves regret and joy that jerks throughout the nerves and presents flashbacks. I am certain that he thought of mistakes and realizations as a husband and father, bringing a sense of fulfillment. The incident of death